There's my index finger here. If you look at that finger below it, you might pick out, I've got some swelling here. That is because I've been bitten by a wasp spider. And it was pretty painful. And it's swollen and I can't bend it. That's about as far as I can go with that. That's not very good. Never seen them before, but it's a result of increasing our biodiversity. Did you see that video I put up recently with my light bulb moment? Well, in that I was talking about the various restrictions that I seem to have been coming across in a number of different styles of gardening, growing our own fruit, veg, flowers, whatever it may be. And I've come to the conclusion after many decades of actually growing that, and as I've mentioned in previous videos, that not one theory fits all. Otherwise, as I've said in the past and continue to say, we would all be doing it. There's a new way of thinking with regards to growing our own stuff, and it comes under the banner of regenerative agriculture or gardening. We're only hearing the agricultural part of it at the minute because it's becoming more and more popular in various articles that I'm reading in the gardening world or horticultural world or agricultural world. But we can drop agriculture and we can insert instead, in its place, gardening. I've also mentioned in the past that a lot of our gardening practices have been imported in from the agricultural world. Well, let's not do that with regards to regenerative. And I find that word quite difficult to say, which is why when you look at the logo, it just says regen. Let's keep it simple. Now, the beauty of regen is that it takes all the different theories, puts them all together, and allows the grower to choose the bits that helps them because it suits their particular climate. So regular viewers are going to understand that I am primarily a no-dig operation. That's the principle I've been following for a while. But again, going back to that light bulb moment video, I explained that having watched a video by Hugh Richards, and again, if you haven't seen that, you need to go and watch that because it makes so much sense. Being restricted to one method of gardening can tie you up and stop you from doing the things that you want to do. So with regenerative gardening, or regen if you like, it's a change in direction for this particular channel and also for me. But as it appears, I've been doing this for a while and I didn't even realise. But it's only because of picking up on news articles and this kind of stuff that's made me realise that that's what I've been doing most of the time. So I've been taking bits and pieces from all these different theories and applying them to my own environment, and they've been working quite well. Now, there's no exact definition of regenerative gardening because it's quite a new concept. No one's actually thought about it, but there are 4 or 5 basic principles. The first one is the importance of the soil. The second one is to do with your local ecology and bringing in nature. And that involves things like biodiversity increases and all this kind of thing. But then you end up with bites from wasp spiders. We can dive into it a bit more and look at the idea of reusing our resources or making the best use of the things we have available. Do we necessarily have to go out and buy a new tool or a new piece of wood when we can repurpose something that we already have? So at the end of the day, what it's really all about is being able to grow our own fruit and veg in a way that is sustainable and that incorporates the ideas of nature And that all begins with one thing, and that is soil, the stuff below our feet that we use to produce our stuff. So we need a good, healthy soil. Now, the following video we put together outside of the garden here, because it can be a little bit technical, and I want to get the message across. So James is going to be now talking to you about that, and when we finish, we'll come back to this again.
Soil health is the ability of soil to function as a living system that can sustain biological productivity, animal and plant health, and environmental quality. Its importance should be recognized even if it is below our feet. Healthy soil is essential for a variety of reasons, and these include food production. A healthy soil is essential for growing healthy crops. And it provides plants with the nutrients they need to grow and thrive. Then there's water quality. Healthy soil helps to filter and purify water, which in turn reduces the risk of pollution. Something else is erosion control. Healthy soil helps to prevent erosion, which can damage crops and also infrastructure. Carbon sequestration. Healthy soil can store carbon, which helps to mitigate climate change. Now we come to biodiversity. Healthy soil supports a variety of living organisms, which are essential for a healthy ecosystem. There are a number of things that can be done to improve soil health, including cover cropping. These are crops that are grown to protect the soil between cash crops. They help to prevent erosion, improve water infiltration, and add organic matter to the soil. We can also reduce tillage. Tillage is the practice of turning the soil over. It can damage soil structure and reduce the amount of organic matter in the soil. We can add organic matter. Organic matter is the decomposed remains of plant materials. By making our own compost, it's a great way to do this. And it helps to improve soil structure, water retention, and nutrient cycling. Manage livestock. Livestock can have a negative impact on soil health if they are not managed properly. Grazing can compact the soil and reduce the amount of vegetation. Soil health is a complex issue, but it is one that is essential for our long-term food security and environmental health. By taking steps to improve soil health, we can help to ensure a healthy environment for future generations. Here's some more benefits of soil health. We can reduce the need for chemical fertilizers and pesticides. Healthy soil contains more nutrients, so plants need less fertilizer. This can save growers money and reduce the environmental impact of production. There's an increased resistance to pests and diseases. Healthy soil contains beneficial microbes that help to protect plants from pests and diseases. Enhanced crop yields. Healthy soil can produce higher yields of crops. Improved wildlife habitat. Healthy soil supports a variety of wildlife, including insects, birds, and small mammals. Soil health is a critical issue that we need to address if we want to ensure a sustainable future for our environment. By taking steps to improve soil health, we can help to protect our food supply, our water quality, and climate. Join the channel by clicking the logo and discover how we can be more sustainable.
Now, that was one of the first of many videos that we're going to incorporate into our presentations about how we're going to go about regenerating our spaces. The whole point about this is that it's not one set of rules that I say we should all do. So my aim now is to dive deeper into the world of the soil health and how we can achieve that. So we're going to be looking more in depth about things like making our own composts and what we can do to increase our own particular soil health in our own particular environments and climates. So treat this video as a way of an introduction into how I'm going to be doing things in the future and why. So I hope that video of James's there shows us the importance of our health in our soils. So future videos will now start to address and talk about how we can achieve these things. And the first thing for me will be about compost. I've got lots of videos on the channel about how I go about making mine. It's a very simple process. It's very easy to do. I guess it really depends on the space that you've got available, because if you've got a large space like I have, I can make bigger amounts of compost because I can create that space to do so. But if you've got a smaller space, you can use a smaller Dalek, for example. So we've done soil health, and we'll look at compost. Then we will also look at the ecology of our environment, and I will show you what I consider from my space here that you can then employ in your own particular spaces. We obviously need to be looking at things like water, and we also need to be looking at things like always having stuff in the ground that's growing. We need plants and things to grow in the ground at all times. I've got growing guides on the channel under the various playlists, like how to grow brassicas, how to grow carrots and harvest and all these kind of things. And I will continue to update those as the growing year progresses. And as I say, because my climate is probably different to yours, you will be able to see all my successes and all my failures. I won't hide anything from you. I still haven't published the video about potato harvest because no one's asked me to. So if you want me to, let me know. So we've got a lot to get through over the coming weeks and months. I hope you get something out of it. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comments below and I'll do my best to answer them. I have a lot of resources, as I've already mentioned, and I'm more than happy to share them with you. And if you want to share these videos with your friends who you think can benefit from them, please feel free. Join the channel by hitting the logo. That's all you got to do and you'll keep up to date. So for now, take care and I'll catch up with you very soon. And what I need to do is go and get some more cream on this finger because it's flipping sore. See you soon.